I'm going to go ahead and just title this page gas laws, because we are going to come back to it and add to it as we go along. Okay. That way we have just one page with the laws, and then we can use it afterwards for our practice problems. Alright, so the first one that we just watched the short video on was called Avogadro's law. And we remember Avogadro from Avogadro's number. Avogadro's number was 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd, and that is a mole of particles. So if we can relate Avogadro's number to Avogadro's law, I think it will help us remember what Avogadro's law actually is. And this is sort of in simple words, but Avogadro's law basically says more gas takes up more space. So more gas takes up more space. That seems kind of obvious if you think about students in the room. We can fit 30 people in this room, but if I had a class of 300, would we be able to fit in this room? No, we would need more space. So always remember space is volume. In this case, we're definitely going to use volume in our calculation. So what is the formula? We know we're going to have to use formulas for this. The formula for Avogadro's law is volume 1 over number of moles 1 equals volume 2 over number of moles 2. What are these? These are ratios. So ratios are kind of like fractions, but we're comparing two things. In this case, the first volume and the first number of moles, and the second volume and the second number of moles. Notice in our definition, more gas, more space. Okay, so this is a direct relationship. Before we even do any of the problems with this formula, if you had 3 of these and you were trying to find just one, let's say we were trying to find the number of moles in the second at the end, what mathematical process would you use? You probably learned this a little while ago in math. So let's give ourselves a hint, so when we do come back to this page to use these notes, let's remember cross, multiply, and divide. So, you guys remember give me a thumbs up if you remember cross, multiply, and divide. Okay? So like that's taking it way back to some more simple math times. But now we're using that math in the chemistry that we're seeing. So we know like cross multiply. So we would have V2 times N1 equals V1 times N2. And then depending on which one we needed to find, that's what how we would know what number to divide by. So don't forget all of the math that you have learned, we're going to continue to use. Okay, that's an important part of this. And then a question that you'll be asked for each of these gas laws is, what is being compared? So for Avogadro's law, we are comparing volume to number of moles. And so that means something has to be constant. Because if this is our relationship that we're looking at, then like the guy in our video said, temperature and pressure are constant. That means they're not going to change. We have to, in our experimental situations, we have to keep temperature and pressure constant in order to apply Avogadro's law. So that's all the notes that we're going to take today on Avogadro, on gas laws. I'm going to go ahead and stop for today.